Wednesday practice in the books. Thought we did a good job. It was a nice sunny day, nice warm day. I think it tested them a little bit with the change of, last couple of weeks it's kind of cool, overcast. Today, sunny, pretty warm for what they're used to. They fought through it pretty good, so I was pleased with the effort. And I'll let you guys ask questions.
Coach, when you look at the entire week, I guess all the kind of heavy lifting's done with your 2 full pad practices. How do you feel like the team's responded back? How's practice been since?
It's been good. We as coaches work real hard on not allowing anything but everybody doing what they're supposed to do, how they're supposed to do it. We try to be demanding and do a good job of teaching and motivating. But I think they've responded well. Tomorrow there'll be a good little bit of physical work, but not, like you say, as much as yesterday and today. We'll hit every kicking unit tomorrow. We'll probably still have shoulder pads on, and we'll probably still have shells on, helmets and shoulder pads. So there'll still be a little hand-to-hand combat up there when we work against the scouts, but it'll be almost all scout team. The only thing we do offense versus defense is a 1-minute drill. We'll do that 1s versus 1s and 2s versus 2s, and the rest of it will be scout work. So it'll be still some physical work to be done, but you're right, the heaviest lifting is over.
Have you guys had crowd noise or Rocky Top?
Yeah, every day. Excuse me. Last 2 days.
Rocky Top?
Yeah, we play that. We play just normal crowd noise, and it sounds more like a screech, really. I don't know if it's, I think it's a recording of crowd noise, but when you magnify it, it just sounds a little more like a shrill, but it's loud, and obviously not as loud as they'll make it, but hopefully loud enough.
Is this one of the loudest places you play in, or is it the loudest stadium you play in?
I've said this for years. I think there's a certain level of loudness that keeps you from being able to really hear your verbal snap and your normal verbal communication. And once you hit that level of noise, it doesn't matter how much more loud it gets. It's cherry on the cake, cherry on top or icing on the cake, however you want to say it. But we go into a lot of venues where it's too loud to use our normal mode of communication, verbal communication. So anytime you have to switch to the nonverbal, it's loud.
Is there any concern with that, being, Grayson being in his first year with the offense and being able to communicate non-verbally?
Well, I think it's the biggest challenge that you have offensively is communication. Can you get everybody on the same page by the time you snap the ball? And when you snap the ball, is everybody getting off on the snap, on the cadence? It's hard to do. When you hear the cadence, whatever it is, blue 88, set hut. I mean, you're used to that. You know when to go. Now, if it's on 2, it's set hut. But so we don't just always give it away, but we know what the cadence is. We can hear it. We can anticipate it. When you can't hear it, the anticipation part is gone. So now it's a reaction. And if everybody's reacting at the same time, you lost your advantage of being able to react first or move first. So that's one of the biggest reasons why the home field advantage is so crucial for people.
Did you have any personnel changes on the punt team or special teams in general this week?
We moved a few. I know we moved a few guys on the 2 units, getting some guys work. But we've made a couple changes, but I'm not going to announce any of them. I don't want to give anybody a clue.
Yeah, I wouldn't just.
Yeah, we've made a couple.
You hinted that might be in order this week.
There's some change there, yes, sir.
McKenzie and Kula now updates. I guess McKenzie not out there today.
Right.
Going.
His hamstring is bothering him. He's not likely. You never know, but right now I'd say doubtful. Cablano's been working, not every minute of every practice, but he's been working. He'll travel.
Clearly Hunter came in there and played all
Played
those
well.
snaps. You guys had contingencies to move people around.
Right.
You happy with Hunter there?
He did a nice job. Coach Sales, we graded the film. I think he had 22 snaps, not 100% certain, but he might have had one mental error out of 22, which is really pretty good. And, not to say he was a devastating blocker by any means, but he functioned well in that position. And, we have faith that he knows what to do and he'll compete hard.
Mark, are you guys getting the production out of your pass rushers you expected, and if not, what was some of the issues going on there?
Well, like in this game in particular, most of the times Alabama threw it basically off of play action and nakeds and things like that. We never really got them in a situation very often where they had a third and long. I don't even know if there was a third and long in the whole game. So that's a lot of times when you can pin yours back a little bit and really let those guys do their thing. But I just hadn't really thought in terms of that right now. I'd have to go look back on some of the other games. But this last game, there weren't many opportunities.
Is Lorenzo Carter, what's it going to take to get him going? And with Florida being an inside backer some of the time, or most of the time, how does that, do you not expect him to kind of, get that kind of production as a rusher?
Right. Well, you're not going to be an edge rusher if you're playing inside linebacker. But then again, he doesn't. He doesn't have to play every snap in there either.
Right.
And a lot of times where situations may dictate that a little bit.
What about Kimbrough? 13 tackles in this last game.
He played well.
Yeah,
he
is
really
he-
played well. That was, I think that was his kind of game in terms of a physical downhill running team. Team that, it wasn't a big space game. It was more of a in-the-box game, I thought. And he plays in the box pretty good, and he was very physical, and he had a nice day, and I hope he continues to get better and continues to stay coachable, teachable, and he'll improve if he does.
Is this